So I'm curious, when do you get stressed out? And when you feel stressed, what is the impact on you? How does it affect you? Do you try to eliminate it and make it go away at all costs? Well, what's interesting is I still get stressed when I speak. Whether I'm doing a keynote speech or a breakout session or a conference, whatever it is, I still get stressed out. I am going to be speaking shortly at the Wisconsin SHRM Conference, the Wisconsin Society for Human Resource Management Conference. I'm in the Wisconsin Dells, and I just came out to my car. I was at the conference all morning and came out to my car to share a message with you for our Thoughtfully Fit Thursdays, and wanted it to be quiet because there's 1,300 people in there. And I spoke at the Minnesota SHRM Conference on Monday and at the Iowa SHRM Conference last week. And every time I speak, even though I have been doing this for a long time, I still get stressed out. And Monday at the conference, their theme for the conference was on superpowers. And I thought it would be interesting to share with you some thoughts I'm having with regards to how to reframe stress as a superpower and use it to your advantage instead of having it shut you down. Does that sound too good to be true? Well, it did to me too. But listen further. Let me share a little bit more. There was an article, and I'm just going to reference it so I make sure that I've got the name right. An article written by Lisa Damore of Case Western University. And she talked about how stress is often seen as bad, and that which needs to be eliminated. But that the reality is, in the world we live in, stress is here to stay. It's not going to go away, and we can't eliminate it. But it's an alarm system, and it's something that's evolutionary. And if you change the way you think about it, you can actually use it to your advantage and even increase your productivity and effectiveness. Does that sound surprising? Well, there was a Harvard University study that was done, and they had a group of people give a speech in front of a hostile audience. Okay, does anything sound worse? It's been a while since I've had a hostile audience, but when I had to give speeches for Senator Cole, there were times that the audience was not happy with his votes on the Iraq War or different things. Luckily now, the speaking I do on being thoughtfully fit, usually people aren't hostile, thankfully. But what they did is they had half of the group were told before they gave the speech that a racing heart would improve their performance. And the others were told to try to eliminate and ignore and minimize their stress and the effects and the racing heart and the sweaty palms and all that they were feeling. Well, what was I find fascinating, and I guess it makes sense, is that the first group felt better in their speech, and they did better. So those who were told that the effects of stress on the body and that improved or increased heart rate and sweat was going to improve their performance did better, felt more calm. And so when you feel stressed, I'm inviting you to try on a perspective that can you reframe it? Instead of seeing it as negatives and something that you're trying to eliminate and make go away, can you embrace it? Can you see it as your superpower and as an opportunity to use that added adrenaline to be better? I'm nervous. I'm going to be doing a session here shortly, and I'm already feeling a little bit of stress, and I'm choosing to reframe it. And that's what we do with Thoughtfully Fit. And it's all about building your core. And for those of you who join me regularly, know that the core is pause, think, act. So in the moment when you are feeling stressed, when you're feeling out of control, the first thing to do is just pause. Take a breath. quiet your mind, get present, and then think. And you remember, we think best when we ask thoughtful questions. What is this stress trying to help me to do? How might I leverage this added adrenaline that I'm feeling in this stress to improve my performance? For me, when I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling a little edgy right now, I'm thinking that's because I want to be on. I want to give my all. When I go in front of that group, I want to be able to have energy, and the stress is fueling that for me. And so you choose that perspective and then act from that place thoughtfully. Try it on. As you build your core, it'll get easier, and whatever the stress is that you're experiencing, if you can pause and think about it as your superpower and ask yourself some thoughtful questions on how can I use this stress to enhance my performance, and then act and let me know how it goes. I think it's kind of a fun experiment to try. I'm Darcy Loma, and as always, I thank you so much for joining me here every Thursday. It is just a true joy and a privilege to be able to share some thoughts and reflections as we learn and grow together to be more thoughtful in all of our interactions, internally and with others externally. So, as always, one of the best compliments you can give is a thumbs up, like my page, make a comment. Let me know what your stress is and how you can reframe it as a superpower. Thanks, everybody. Have a terrific weekend.